Your life is not controlled by reality. It is controlled by the thoughts you repeat every day. Thought control is self-mastery. Most people believe their life is controlled by circumstances, by luck, by opportunity, by the behavior of others. But the truth is far more unsettling and far more empowering. Your life is controlled by a conversation that no one hears, a silent stream of words moving through your mind from the moment you wake until the moment you sleep. It narrates your day, it predicts your future, it decides what you attempt and what you avoid. And most dangerously, it does all of this automatically. You do not rise to the level of your goals. You sink to the level of your dominant thoughts. A man can live in a mansion and still feel defeated. Another can live in hardship and walk with the confidence of a king. Because conditions do not shape destiny. Interpretation does. Abraham Lincoln lost elections repeatedly before leading a nation through its darkest hour. Thomas Edison heard the word failure 1,000 times before the world heard the word light. They were not protected from doubt. They simply refused to let doubt become instruction. Here is the secret. Every thought you accept is an order you give your future. When your mind repeats, "I'm not ready," your actions slow. When your mind whispers, "I can't compete," your effort weakens. When your mind insists it probably won't work, your creativity shuts down. Your brain does not argue with you, it obeys you. If you speak limitation long enough, your behavior becomes careful. If your behavior becomes careful, your results become small. And then those small results appear to prove your thoughts were correct. This is how people unknowingly imprison themselves. They think their life confirms their thinking, when in reality, their thinking created their life. The mind is not a mirror reflecting reality. The mind is a lens shaping it. And the moment you understand this, responsibility replaces complaint. Because you realize you are not managing time, you are managing attention. You are not managing circumstances, you are managing interpretation. Everyday events happen, neutral events, a delayed opportunity, a rejection, a mistake, an unexpected obstacle. One person interprets it as evidence they should stop. Another interprets it as information they should adapt. Same event, different thought, different destiny. Abraham Lincoln once said that whether you think you can or you think you cannot, you are right. Not because belief magically changes the universe, but because belief changes behavior, and behavior changes outcomes. A doubtful mind hesitates. A hesitant person misses timing. Missed timing becomes missed opportunity. Confidence is not arrogance. Confidence is mental permission to act. And action is the bridge between potential and reality. But most people never reach that bridge because they are fighting their battles in the wrong place. They try to change their schedule without changing their thinking. They try to force discipline while feeding discouragement. They attempt motivation while practicing self-criticism. You cannot build a strong life with a weak internal dialogue. Every morning, before you meet the world, you meet your thoughts. They are the architects of your day. If your first thoughts are worry, your body feels pressure. If your first thoughts are resentment, your energy drains. If your first thoughts are intention, your focus sharpens. Your mind is the steering wheel of your behavior. You may not control the road, but you always control the direction. Most people underestimate how quickly thoughts become emotions, and emotions become decisions. Fear is rarely caused by reality. fear is caused by imagination without discipline. The mind, left unmanaged, drifts toward worst-case scenarios. It predicts embarrassment before effort. It anticipates failure before preparation. This is why two equally talented individuals lead entirely different lives. One trains their skills, the other trains their thinking. The second always surpasses the first, because skill determines what you can do, but mindset determines what you will do. Self-mastery is not conquering others, it is conquering interpretation. When something goes wrong, your first thought arrives automatically, but your second thought is a choice, and that second thought determines everything.
The disciplined person interrupts negativity. The undisciplined person entertains it. The disciplined person asks, "What can I learn?" The undisciplined person asks, "Why me?" Over time, this small difference becomes a massive gap in confidence, courage, and opportunity. Your future is not built in dramatic moments. It is built in mental habits. Just as muscles grow through repetition, belief grows through repeated thinking. Every time you replace doubt with intention, you strengthen resolve. Every time you act despite fear, you weaken fear's authority. Courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is a trained response to fear. Walt Disney was once told he lacked imagination. Imagine accepting that thought as truth. An entire world of creativity would have remained unborn. He did not wait for encouragement. He chose a better internal voice. This is the hidden discipline of successful people. They edit their thoughts. They do not allow every idea to stay. They do not believe every emotion. They do not obey every impulse. They question the voice that tells them to quit. Your mind produces thousands of thoughts each day. Most are repetitive. Many are negative. Some are useful. Self-mastery is selection. You are not responsible for every thought that appears, but you are responsible for every thought you keep. The mind is like a garden. If you do not intentionally plant confidence, fear grows naturally. Weeds require no permission. Success does. Clarity begins when you notice your thinking instead of automatically believing it. The moment you say, "This thought does not serve my future," you step into control. And control leads to consistency. Consistency leads to competence. Competence builds confidence. Confidence expands opportunity. What begins as a single mental decision becomes an entire transformed life. You do not become successful the day you achieve something. You become successful the day your thoughts start supporting your actions. Because once your mind stops fighting you, nothing external can stop you for long. Every achievement in history was first tolerated as an idea inside one mind. Before the invention, before the discovery, before the leadership, there was a person who refused to let discouraging thoughts become permanent beliefs. They guarded their thinking like treasure. You must do the same. Your attention is your most valuable resource. Where attention goes, energy flows. Where energy flows, results grow. Feed problems constantly and they expand. Feed solutions consistently and capability expands. This is not blind optimism, it is strategic thinking. When a challenge appears, the uncontrolled mind magnifies it. The trained mind studies it. One asks, "Why is this happening to me?" The other asks, "How can I use this?" Adversity does not test your strength, it reveals your thought discipline. If your internal voice collapses during difficulty, your actions collapse soon after. If your internal voice remains directed, your behavior remains productive. Resilience is sustained by thinking, not by emotion. Emotion fluctuates, principle endures. A person guided only by feelings quits when motivation fades. A person guided by chosen thoughts continues when feelings disappear. And that is the dividing line between average lives and extraordinary ones. The world rarely defeats a person whose mind refuses surrender, because eventually persistence outlasts resistance. You may not control timing, you may not control immediate results, but you always control the thoughts you reinforce. Speak to yourself with direction, remind yourself of purpose, focus on progress rather than perfection. Self-mastery is not achieved once, it is practiced daily. Every day you wake, you choose what ideas deserve belief. Every day you decide whether doubt or intention will guide you. And over months and years, these unseen choices create visible outcomes. You do not command your destiny with a single decision, you command it with repeated mental discipline. When your thoughts become deliberate, your actions become decisive. When your actions become decisive, your life becomes directed. Then circumstances stop feeling like rulers and start becoming tools. Because the person who governs their thoughts ultimately governs their path. Control your thoughts and you control your behavior. Control your behavior and you control your habits. Control your habits and you control your future. Thought control is not merely positive thinking, it is conscious thinking. It is choosing purpose over impulse, response over reaction, direction over drift. And when you master that, truly master that, you discover a powerful realization. You were never waiting for the right opportunity. You were waiting for the right mind. The moment your thoughts align with growth, courage, and persistence, your life begins to align with possibility. Because the strongest prison is an uncontrolled mind, and the greatest freedom is self-mastery.
This channel isn't for everyone. It's for those who choose discipline over excuses.